Peace and blessings, family. Get them lights up.
Oh, let me fix the afro. Let me fix the
Huh?
afro.
The what?
Let me fix the afro. Fix the afro.
Yeah.
Right.
Did I turn it on?
I said, let me fix the afro. You
Oh.
see? Love is a game you don't play. Love is a part of your day. Love is everyone's dream. Love is love, you know what I mean. Love is you can't find nowhere. Oh, I forgot the words to my own song. Yourself, love
Better watch
is
him.
a game.
He gonna,
You,
he
you
gonna
better
start hitting
not.
the
Don't
water.
mess with that wire.
I already know. Peace and blessings, family. How y'all doing tonight?
Really? Ryan Seacrest had a clone malfunction. Oh, you know you got to put that in my inbox, right? You know you got to put that in my inbox. We got to see that right there. Are you serious? So Ryan Seacrest from American Idol is a clone. I don't know about that, y'all. Y'all kill me with the clone stuff. Y'all kill me with that clone stuff, but you know what? You never know. But do y'all think I'm a clone? Do I have a malfunction? I might be a clone. Yeah, I turned 50
They'll say that
yesterday.
one day.
Huh?
They'll say that one day.
Wow.
But
So what
too far.
happened, Ira Day? Tell me about the malfunction with Ryan C. Cress's clone. I know all is well, family. We want to welcome you to the spiritual vault. I am Wunam, aka Nikki Love, your African Indigenous traditional healer, and this is Brother Adinkra, your African Indigenous traditional healer.
How y'all doing, family? How y'all doing tonight? Peace and blessings.
You didn't shave?
I didn't shave nothing.
Come on now, Adinkra. You know when you don't shave,
Ah,
you
here
know
we
what
go.
happens. You know what happens when you don't shave, right?
Yeah, I hear you.
What happens? You start having 10,000 different personalities and everything. You got to shave. No brother think you got to shave, okay? All right, family. All right, so we're going to get on to the show. Now, as you all know, yesterday was my Earth Day. Share the same day as Malcolm X. That's my twin soul. So I had a good time. My daughters gave me a 50th birthday party. We had a really nice time. A few people came over. It was really nice. It was really nice. I have gratitude for not having a whole bunch of people, but a few select, that came and we enjoyed ourselves and we had chocolate cake and all that great stuff. But it's over, it's done with. Keep going. I feel the same. I don't feel no different. I don't feel no different. They say you're supposed to feel it. I don't feel different. I feel the same. Yeah.
Put your name in the chat so we can see y'all, family. Put your name in the chat. If you're on the chat, let us see you so we can shout you out.
All right. All right. So, okay. Now, we were led to, for the last week or two, as you all know, thank you, Talib, the spaceship, I call it the spaceship, has been keeping us occupied in the house, right?
Right.
Um, and it didn't discriminate against anybody who calls themselves a celebrity, right?
Right. Right.
So that means if you was a celebrity, I don't give a goddamn if you was Beyonce or Kim Kardashian or Denzel Washington, you was locked in the goddamn house, okay? So
Yeah.
saying that, family,
It's definitely something that doesn't discriminate,
what we need to know
allegedly.
and what we need to realize is that it's done. It's a done deal for Hollywood, okay? Done. Remember I told y'all years ago I seen an earthquake coming and cracking that sign in half? Well, it's still to come. But it's a done deal. Now, there's a few celebs out there, and y'all probably like, oh, why are we talking about celebrities? Because they're human beings, okay? And they have a calling that they must answer, just like we did a show for you all talking about, are you a chosen one? There's some celebrities that need to see the show and answer their calling. This is a message from the ancient ancestors. This is a message from the present day ancestors. And this is a message to the cosmic being.
From the
Okay?
yeah.
So there's a list that we're going to share with the people. And we're asking everybody to share this. Share this list, okay, with everybody because these actual human beings who have a little bit more exposure that you call celebrities, okay, have a very serious calling they must answer. Now, we're just the messengers. We're going to give the message. So we're going to share the list with you all, and we're asking that everybody share it because they have to answer their calling. Some of them may have already answered their calling, but the ones who are on this list, we're giving you warning. If you don't answer your calling, it's going to be repercussions and consequences from your ancestors.
Yeah.
Don't say we didn't tell you so. This is not a joke. This is not a game. This is something that you must take serious, and obviously they chose us to be the messengers to give you all the message. I don't care who you are. If your name is on this list, answer your calling. And if you're already doing it, welcome to the spiritual family. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, that's right. We got a long list. We got like 15 people. You know,
Oh well.
about a good 15 people. You got the list because I can't look at it because
Okay.
you got
What's
the
wrong
list.
with your phone? It's on that
It's
one.
on that one.
Okay. Let me see if the list is in here, y'all. But before we do that, then after this, we're gonna do some divination readings. Okay.
Okay, so who wants to read it? Who wants
So
to
if you
read it?
want a reading, you better line up now. Get your reading. You get one question.
One question.
One question, not, oh, am I going to get paid at my job tomorrow? There's my boss give me a clap. No, we only need one question. Am I going to get a new job? Will my finances get better? Am I going to get married this year? You know, one question, okay? All right, let me find these questions while we do that now. We're going to take one question in between what we're doing with this list. And we're asking everybody that's watching to share on Instagram, share on Twitter, share on Facebook, share on YouTube,
All the
share.
social.
Because it's important that these people that's on this list that are uh, have more, you know what I mean? Thank you, MC. Thank you. I had fun too. I made 50 yesterday. Yeah. Thank you. Um, that's on this list to get this message, okay? Because, see, I can track them down, but I don't feel like it. I'm not doing it. So we're putting it on video. Y'all share the video. And if they hear it, I don't give a goddamn if Kevin Gates, Chris Brown, whoever, share it all over the internet so they can get the message because they must answer their calling.
Yeah, I think I
Okay?
think I think he answering his, but I'm not
Who?
Gates. But yeah,
Okay.
you said that like you said, some of them may already be answering their spiritual calling.
Some of them already may be doing spiritual work behind the scenes and they don't want to, but now is the time you can't hide it no more. Ancestors, them ancients, and them cosmic beings are saying, get on your spiritual journey. You're going to be needed. So that means some of you out there that think you're so big in a celebrity when you're just another star in the sky. And I'm not even hating it is what it is. It's real. You just have more exposure. You are
Yeah,
a human being and you got work to do and you must answer your calling.
you
Because
must
if you
answer your
don't,
calling.
you're going to have obstacles in your life. Excuse me. Okay, so let me find the list.
It's from. All you gotta do is look at the text I sent you.
All right, but I have to go through it. I get 100 texts a day. You know that. Whether it's to read or whatever.
I'm
So
just saying, put my name.
don't tell me.
I just did. Let me see. I write it down.
I heard you. Tell me I just did. You should have your phone. You should have put it on that phone then. All
Look
right.
here.
No, you don't want to. No. Hold on.
See,
Wait a
see,
minute.
see. Now you done did something else.
You did it. Hold on for a minute, goddamn it. Talk to the people while I go put it on.
Okay, so
Okay.
you want one of the first people? We'll do the people that we'll do the people we haven't talked about, and then we'll sprinkle the ones that we have talked about in the past.
Mike Tyson.
You want to do
First
Mike
one.
Tyson first?
Mike
Okay.
Tyson first. Go ahead.
Okay, Mike Tyson. He was gonna be the second one, but okay, because I had wrote some of what I could remember now. But yeah, okay. You want to do the shout out first, right quick, or no?
No, go ahead.
All right. All right. The first person we got is Mike Tyson. Now, Mike Tyson, He's very spiritual. He's very, very spiritual. You know, and then I watch him, right, and I listen to the things he say, and he has a lot of wisdom, even though people take him as like somebody that doesn't know what he's talking about, but he's very knowledgeable about things. Even when it comes to, he's knowledgeable about stuff in space. He's knowledgeable, very knowledgeable about animals. Um, I keep picking up like he's supposed to be doing like spiritual work, like rituals and stuff like that. And what do you see with him?
Mike Tyson, not based off his history either, because we do know that he has a very strong connection with animals.
Hmm.
Mike Tyson is a very, very high spiritual soul, and not because he always talks about him taking the toll, right?
Oh yeah,
As he grows, he gets wisdom. So
yeah.
Mike Tyson, he's been called a long time ago. See, when he had them birds and he was dealing with them tigers and stuff, he was supposed to be dealing with that energy back then. But of course, his career, which everybody has a career, don't get it confused. You
Hmm.
can embark on your careers, but when it's time to answer that calling, you better be at your shrine. Okay. Now, at the end of the day, it's like me. I love singing. I do so many other things, but first and foremost, spiritual first. So I got to deal with the ancestors and the spirits first. Everything else is secondary, and
Hmm.
everything else runs smooth based off of that. Now, Mike Tyson has been had a calling. It's time for him to get in that bush, to get in that shrine, and start doing his spiritual work. He is needed. Mike Tyson has the type of power that he can do rituals for people, and it will come to pass.
Hmm.
Mike Tyson have a very strong intention, power of intention. So he can actually focus on something or something, and it'll be a lot of spiritual power. He just moved it. A lot of spiritual power. Okay, so hold on, y'all. Mike Tyson is definitely has a calling, and it's time for him to answer his calling. Whether you go to a traditional healer, whoever you choose to go to that's practicing traditional ways, especially African traditional ways, it's time for you to answer your calling. Don't say you're not told so. This is a message for you all. You take it how you want to take it. You be like, oh, you don't know me. I'm a celebrity. I don't give a goddamn you celebrity. A celebrity is a human being. Y'all got callings and y'all need to answer them. And we're just the messengers. Now you take it for what you want to take it for. Any name that we call that is so called in the arena of having exposure, do understand clearly. Not try not answering your call and see how ancestors deal with you. You're gonna get blocks. And at the end of the day, it's just time. We're just the
Hmm.
messengers. Go ahead.
Kim Collins said, "Is it just celebrities on the list?" Yeah, we're just doing what we're doing is we're reading the celebrities that we put down a list of celebrities that we seen that had spiritual that the ancestors were calling, and so we're gonna we're just putting out the message. Some of them may be already doing their spiritual work, but some of them aren't. So we're just gonna put out the list of the celebrities that's supposed to be doing their spiritual work.
Okay. All right. Mike Tyson, number one. Number two,
I got
Lil Wayne.
I got Lil Wayne. Oh yeah, that's who I got as number two.
Right. Go ahead with Lil
Okay,
Wayne.
so Lil Wayne, I keep picking up Lil Wayne as a seer, and he does. I don't know. I think this is one of the reasons why he stays medicated all the time because he deals with a lot. And he's so creative that his mind is just like this. It just keeps going. It's like a. What I'm seeing with him is like how they used to show on the, when I see people who mind it constantly race, I
Mm-hmm.
see like a hamster in a wheel and their mind is just running like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I see with him. His mind is racing a lot. He thinks a lot. That's why he's so creative.
All right, so Little Wayne, you better answer your calling because you're a very strong seer. And if you're a seer, you need to start practicing your gift as being a seer and giving people messages because a seer basically gives messages. We're messengers, okay? I'm a little bit more than that because we do so much more. So is Brother Adinkra, but you may even have for further calling, okay? But for the
Hmm.
most part, Little Wayne, you have the power to see, and you better start answering it because the ancestors are calling you to see and give messages to people. Okay.
And I do, and I do see the spiritual work was done on him, but he, it's like but the energy that we're in, all that energy has shifted and went back to whoever was doing ritual work on him.
Right.
And so now it's just time for him to answer that calling and be appreciative of what the ancestors have done for him.
Okay. All right. Lil Wayne is number 2. Kevin Gates, number 3. Kevin Gates. Y'all know who Kevin Gates is? And I kind of sort of see that he's pretty much practicing his spirituality in the background. Y'all know he comes from Baton Rouge, but that don't mean nothing either because he still needs to learn the African cultural ways. A lot of the people that's on this list, okay? A lot of the people that's on this list, okay, hold on, y'all.
But I think he was taught by, I keep picking up like by a female, right? I don't know if it was his grandmother or if it's Kevin Gates. Like
Yeah.
but he he was more into the Santeria. He was into the Santeria tradition, so he practices more the Colombian and Cuban way,
Well,
or
Kevin
Puerto
Gates need to
Rican
come
way.
back to his African way because he looks like like he comes straight from the Igbo tribe. And I'm telling you to your face, Kevin Gates, you need to learn and go trace back your lineage to Africa. Because if you want to be in a Santeria, you know the Puerto Ricans are African too. You got to remember during the time when all the Hispanics came to the Hispanic islands, whether it's Puerto Rico, Dominican, Cuba, or whatever, you remember it was only 10% of Spaniards that actually occupied these islands. Most of them were Africans. Don't get it confused.
Yeah,
So it's saying that you have an African connection, which you should be coming back to your African traditions. And if you're practicing Santeria using any kind of orises, you need to go back to Africa where it all began in the beginning.
but what they don't tell them when they start doing the history is it was already dark. See, it was already black people there anyway. And what happened in Mexico and other in these other islands is the Spaniards raped. They killed the men and raped the women. The same thing they did they did in what they call the land down under in Australia and Africa and those other places. So a lot of these a lot you know a lot of these people already had their traditional ways, and then on top of that, when the Africans came, they blended their stuff together.
Okay.
All right,
The next one, hold on.
you want me to name one, or you gonna go by that list?
You can name one. Go ahead.
Okay, Eddie Griffin. Eddie Griffin has a calling too. I see that Eddie Griffin has a calling. Oh yeah, Eddie Griffin has a calling. Yeah, he has a calling. He's supposed to be practicing his traditional ways also. Um, hmm. Yeah, Eddie Griffin has a very he has a very strong intuition about things, and I just see he's supposed to be. He knows what his gift is, and he uses it. But sometimes I think it bothers him the things that he knows and sees. That's what I'm picking up spiritually.
He's supposed to be doing spiritual work along with seeing. He has
Hmm.
a lot of spiritual power in the sense of, he needs to set up his shrine. If he does a ritual, it's going to work.
Hmm.
And that's coming from his mother's side. I see that very strong on his mother's side
Yeah.
with Eddie Griffin, yeah. But he's a very powerful seer, but he's also a healer. He's a traditional healer. He needs to come back to his traditions as well.
Yeah, I see that if he do ritual work, he got the power to hurt people. Like not that he would, but like if somebody's doing something wrong, and he sends it back, it'll really it'll mess those people up.
Well, yeah, because he's supposed to be a healer. See, that when you are a real traditional healer,
Hmm.
when you have real power, okay, you're born with this power. Nobody can take it from you. Let me tell you something. You have the power of doing good and the power of doing bad.
Hmm.
But those, we choose to do good. But can we do bad and do harm? Yes. So that's the type of power we're talking about. Do we like to do that? No, we're not going to do that. That's not the gift that we was given to do that with, although we have the power to do it.
Hmm.
So that's the type of power he's talking about. So a person who has, and often there are people who do abuses because they know that their natural born powers, are very strong. They'll use it to harm people. You don't want to do that. That's you want to restrain from that because eventually it comes back to you. But Eddie Griffin has that type of power. He's supposed to be at the shrine, constructing rituals, doing ritual work to
Mm-hmm.
heal, to help people. So he's a traditional healer in whole. Whereas Little Wayne is pretty much a seer. He's a traditional healer in whole, like us. Okay.
Yeah, he's got a lot of power. Who you got on next on the list? You just
I know. I just went back to it. Hold on. Monique. Go ahead with Monique.
Monique. And it's funny you said Monique because Sonya Brooks just said Monique has had an awakening, and yeah, you know, a lot of these celebrities have had an awakening, especially with this time off. And with her, it's different because she started maybe I see about maybe 5 to 3 years ago she started waking up,
Mhm.
and with her, you know, she's very intrigued by the stuff that she's learning, and she's the only one that's been able to come out and just say what she feels and think, and she's another one, very powerful. She'd be a very powerful healer also. She's supposed to be doing spiritual work to help people, and she's a healer also.
Monique is a very powerful sister. I don't even know. She's one of the. She's one of the. How can I call this? Well, if you are familiar with the Iami, I would use that because everybody's more familiar with it than
Yeah.
what we call them in our different tribes. She's a very powerful. She has very powerful witch energy. Okay.
Like
Um.
she was born with it.
Right. Monique is like the rest of us with little witches. Okay. I'm being funny, but I'm not being funny.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's what type of energy we carry. Very powerful earthly witch energy. Monique has that type of energy.
If she say it, it'll happen.
If she
Type
say it,
energy.
it's gonna happen. If
hmm
she think it, it's gonna happen. Monique is one of the sisters that I really would love to work with, and it's not even if I ever work with. I don't care. It's nothing, trying to get with the celebrities. It's really, letting her know who she is. Monique's lineage traces back to um, Yoruba. She definitely traces back to Yoruba, her maternal side. So Monique definitely should be doing spiritual work and dealing with African traditions. And I would love to share that with the sister because she may already know. I don't know. But if she don't, sister, you get on your spiritual grind. Get with somebody that is dealing with African traditions and begin to learn your craft because she has a very strong connection with the Yoruba. That's what I see with Monique.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Another female. Who? Jill Scott. Jill Scott's another one. Jill Scott. Her lineage traces to Igbo. Igbo. Her lineage is Igbo. Jill Scott is another powerful sister as well that should be dealing with traditions just like Monique. These sisters are part of the energy of what you all would know as the Iami energy. They're supposed to be doing spiritual work on
hmm
another level, on a high level. on
Yeah.
on a high level. So Jill Scott is definitely in her maternal side. I see Igbo, and then with Jill Scott, she should be in Igbo they call it Adibia, which is the same. I like to say African traditional healers to kind of put everybody
Like
in the
put
category. Excuse me, category.
yeah, put them all
But
together.
her definitely dealing with the Dibia. Monique is Yoruba. Jill Scott is Igbo.
Mm.
Next.
You want to do this one? Uh,
Um, Go ahead.
okay, so Lamont Rucker, and it's funny with him when I looked up his picture, right, and I was looking at his picture, I seen already has spirits. He got energy and spirits placed around him already. I seen it around him, and I seen it around his mom and his wife. I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can actually see the energy placed around him.
Yes, he's another one. Has a very strong calling. Now I think his information is pretty much public. because I know he was actually crowned on YouTube. They got it on YouTube or either
Yeah,
on
that's the
Facebook.
picture that I was looking at, and I could see the energy around all the people that were around him,
Connected to
that were close to
Cameroon,
him.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he has, and then his mother is, I believe his mother may deal with Akon. It's all public if you look it up. But he's another one. He's a very powerful traditional healer. He's supposed to be answering his calling. He may already be, like I said, if you are a celebrity and you're already answering your calling, then welcome to the spiritual family. We got work to do, brothers and sisters. I don't care if you do it from California or Chicago. We have work to do. So we're just giving the messages from not only the earthly beings, okay, earthly ancestors, the cosmic ancestors, okay, which means our cosmic family. I don't like to call them aliens because we're aliens too. Our cosmic family gives us messages and downloads to share the messages with you all. So obviously these are some really special people that the list that they gave us to give. Okay,
Uh,
so Lamar Rucker is the fifth one. So we did Jill Scott. We have
1, 2, 3, 4,
Mike
5, 6,
Tyson,
7, 7.
Lil Wayne, Kevin Gates,
I got them all right here. That we did
okay,
so far.
Eddie Griffin,
We
Monique.
did Lil Wayne, Mike Tyson, Eddie
I
Griffin,
just said
Lamar Rucker,
Kevin
Kevin
Gates,
Gates,
Monique,
Monique,
Jill Scott.
Jill
Okay,
Scott.
let's go to the next celebrity now. Hey, Ola Sunde, how are you, my sister? Kiss the baby for me. She's
Uh,
so cute.
Doc, Dr. Dre says Badu, D'Angelo, and Common. We know
Well, Badu Common, I
Badu.
did readings for both of them, right? Years ago. Um, Common and Badu. She already does spiritual work. She been answering her
Yeah,
calling.
hers is public. Everybody knows she do
Yeah, she
spiritual
doing
work.
spiritual work. Erica Badu.
Erica
Common,
Badu.
he's supposed to be doing stuff too, and I think he may be touching on it now. Okay, but yeah,
I see, like when he knew a long time ago, but it was like some uncertainty with him.
yeah,
Like he kind of like,
yeah, yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
That's what I see with him, like iffy. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Mm.
Okay. The next one is we have
You want to do that one? Oh,
LeBron James. He's supposed to be doing spiritual work. That's right. LeBron James should be doing spiritual work. The brother is a seer and a very powerful traditional healer as well.
yeah.
So LeBron James is on the list. He got work to do.
And it's,
He's
and
go
go
ahead.
ahead. Well, what I see with him is like what I see with him is if he put his mind and his intent and focus on what he's praying for, it's gonna happen. And he really needs to be coming into his spiritual practice because I see that I kept seeing. I told y'all maybe a year or two ago. I think it was 2 years ago. I seen work being done on him when that first year he went to LA Lakers. I seen Jewish people doing spiritual work on him, and when I seen it, I say about a week or two later, he tore his muscle in his leg, his his groin. He tore his groin. I'm sorry, he tore his groin, and he needs to, like, if he was actually practicing the tradition, they wouldn't be able to touch him, especially them, because they were upset with him for something he said.
All right, now I want to answer, okay, because we did say we'll do a few divination readings, okay? So I'm going to answer your question. Will I do well in real estate? Sherry Wilkins, Sherry Wilkins, Sherry Wilkins. Will you do well in real estate? Sherry Wilkins, this damn thing keeps falling off. Come on now. Sherry Wilkins, will she do real? Spirit is showing me a big giant no. Spirit is showing me that you'll get into it for a while and then you're not going to enjoy it. You're going to get frustrated depending on what kind of real estate you're doing now. If you're trying to sell houses, no. Spirit is showing me no, okay? If you're trying to maybe flip houses or do something on a commercial basis, that'll be better. But selling or doing or trying to sell, no. Spirit is saying no, Sherry, okay? Talib, do you see me moving soon into a new home? Talib, Spirit is showing me there's a few obstacles there. There may be something with some paperwork going on, but once that's smoothed out, that you'll be going into a new home. They're showing me preferably between July and August. that you'll be getting into your new home. So yes, but be mindful. Paperwork. I keep seeing paperwork. Okay, be mindful. Okay. Next celebrity that's on the list. If you're a celebrity, family that's watching on YouTube and Facebook, share this show because these beings, which are human beings, because everybody wants to be like, oh, yeah, I love celebrity. No, they're human beings. They have callings. They're chosen ones as well. Y'all remember we did the show? Are you a chosen one? Okay. Now, these human beings that are celebrities, according to what they say, they have major callings and spirit and the cosmic beings and the ancestors and the ancient ancestors said it's time for them to answer their calling.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready. So if your name is on this list and you're a celebrity, answer your calling. If you don't, you got to deal with your ancestors with that, okay? We're just the messengers. We're just giving the message. Next celebrity is
Shit, I don't know. I forgot who was on the
Idris
list.
Elba.
Idris Elba. Okay.
Now, I pretty much Idris Elba, both of his parents, one's from Sierra Leone, one is from Ghana, I believe. And I'm believing that Idris Elba already knows about it, but Idris Elba has gotten caught up. But I'm thinking he's starting to come into it now. Spirit is showing me he's starting to come into it now. But he better get on the ball,
He better get on it fast too.
right?
Like I just see energy coming to him. That's gonna block a lot of block a lot of obstacles, cause a lot of obstacles for him if he doesn't.
That's right. Okay. Another one on the list, Viola Davis. She's a very powerful. I see. Viola Davis is supposed to be dealing with herbs and plants, and she's a traditional healer in a sense where she will make some potions and it will work for you like never before. So Viola Davis is a traditional healer of the plant of the bush. Okay, she has to answer her calling because she
Hmm.
will be needed to mix and make plants and do stuff with plants. So, and she also is a seer. Viola Davis can see. If y'all don't know who she is, she's on that show Murder something Murder,
Um,
Murder something.
How to Get Away with
How
Murder,
to
I
Get Away
think.
with Murder. She played in the movie with Denzel Washington, Fences or something like that. But she's a very powerful seer. But she's a healer in a sense where she'll come and she'll be the one you come to. If you have sickness in your body, she can put the herbs together to take them apart. So Viola Davis is a very powerful traditional healer as well. Okay. Next one, Vivica Fox. Vivica Fox, my sister, you got caught up in the energy of Hollywood, but get caught out of it because you have a calling too. Vivica Fox, I see her sitting down doing readings. I keep seeing her do tarot cards. Now, again, any of you celebrities that's on this list that we talk about, if you are a celebrity and you are already practicing your traditions, great. Welcome to the spiritual cosmic family. Okay? It's time. We're just giving you the message. So we're asking everybody that's watching this to share these videos so they will get the message. Because at the end of the day, they're supposed to be on a spiritual grind
Hmm.
now. All of this is going on. We're getting ready to get a second
Wave
wave
of the CVD.
of C19. Y'all don't talk about C19. Second wave. So I'm telling y'all right now, do get in your position, get your spiritual warrior gear on, and get ready. Those that are called on this list, y'all got ready to roll with the regular ones of us that ain't got as much exposure as y'all, and get ready to get down with the get down. Okay?
That one.
Go ahead.
Nori. I see Nori's supposed to be doing spiritual work.
Noriega, the rapper.
Noriega, the rapper, the one from Drink Champs. Drink Champs, Noriega. Yeah, I see spiritual, like he's supposed to be doing spiritual work. Um, I see he go back and forth in his head, like, I don't know if I should, like he's kind of iffy on it. But like I I know he knows about it. He knows of it. He know it's real. He knows it works. But like it's like I don't want to say, I don't want to use the word like he's scared of it. But it's like, he don't know if he should deal with it or not.
Wow, I'm telling you, my brother Nori. my fellow brother, you need to get on your spiritual grind. It's not a coincidence that you waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Don't think I don't see you on Twitter, right? But I know a lot of y'all celebrities are skeptical. I don't give a damn if you don't ever meet me at all. I just know you better answer your spiritual call. And when the ancestors are calling, you must get on your grind because otherwise you're going to have problems. You're going to have obstacles. In Africa, when you are, most of the times when you're born, the elder will already know that you have a spiritual journey. But a lot of times, if you don't carry out or practice your traditions, you will have obstacles in your life. So, with saying this, that doesn't mean that you still can't do your regular work or still, focus on what you do, but it's going to be spiritual first and physical second. Like me, I do all other things, but when it comes down to that spirituality, you got to get spiritual first, okay?
Yeah, and this one is a very interesting one to me, is which is Chris Brown. Chris Brown, he has a he's gifted, but he also has he has like warrior energy around him. Like I'm
Mhm.
picking up like warrior spirits. Like just he got this warrior energy with him. You know what I mean? And I see a person with a very good heart, but he puts up like a block. Like he don't want to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like if somebody, like, he'll be cool with people and nice to him, but if they get out of line, it'll be a problem. You know what I'm saying? Because he's because people, I think what it is with R&B singers, like the street dudes, like guys don't take them seriously because they
Mhm.
do R&B, and
Mhm.
so they feel like they have to be extra like macho and tough with people. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
people are like like dudes be really jealous of them and hating on them, be disrespectful to them. You know what I mean?
All right. So Ceci says sometimes people are step back because some elders take advantage of them. They become untrusting. Yeah, Ceci, honestly speaking, and Ceci, I apologize. I didn't get a chance to call you back. I would be busy all the time. I mean, when I tell you busy, the phones have been off the hook with readings. By the time I finish doing readings every day, I'm not trying to talk to nobody. Real talk. And it's been very busy because people been home. So we're getting, I mean, the blessing in disguise is that we're getting a lot of new people, wanting spiritual baths, getting spiritual readings and spiritual work. So we've been overwhelmed with work. So I apologize, Ceci, if I didn't call you back, but I'll make it my business to try to get to you tomorrow, okay? Um, but that's true. But most of the time, you see that energy here in America, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take you back home to Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Africa's not like that. That's not to say you don't have corrupt people in Africa. Don't get it confused. Okay? That's to say when you have your traditional healers that are training you, they're gonna take it very serious.
Yeah.
They're not going to do what I've seen done here in America, where I've gotten, I think, about 5 calls within the last month of how people were being guided or, initiated into, and mostly Europe, because a lot of people into IFA, right? And they were being guided and trained, and then they just leave them hanging, right? So I've been getting a lot of calls like that. So I'm noticing that when I look at these people, they're not even from Africa. They're from America that went over to Africa. Some of them even go over to Africa. They got initiated by maybe somebody here that was of Cuban descent that was into Yoruba, right? So a lot of times what I do is I like to send them to my brother Sango Wale and his wife Oya, or my brother Akuntunde, because they're real. They're not fake. They're real. And they're the original. And it's not even being funny. It is what it is. They're the original Europa. So I'll send people to them. But for the most part, I'm getting a lot of stories like that where these are healers that are not even from Africa, or you understand,
A lot, and
and
this is a
fake initiated, and then they're initiating people and taking advantage of them.
yeah, a lot of people too.
Yeah.
They learn a lot of things, and then they'll act like they initiate you and then take your money and stuff like that. But that's, I get that you pick up, you hear about that more here
Right
than
here.
in
So we're
Africa.
saying that be careful who you who you deal with, and a lot of people into Europe. But let me just say this: everybody is not Yoruba, right? That doesn't mean you can't call on sun gold soon. But I really think you should pretty much always get an IFA reading to find out if that's your connection or your lineage. because everybody wants to be Yoruba. Everybody wants to do Ifa. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? No, Ifa may not be even part of your lineage. You may come from the Sangomas in South Africa. You see what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I mean? So my tribes are fruit, and our tribe's Futrista, and I'm initiated with the Farfar, which is the Zagomba tribe in Ghana. And in West Africa, where my tribe is Cabo Verde, I'm not that. But was I attracted to Sango? Yes, I love Sango. I don't know. I was attracted to Sango. He may be somewhere down the lineage, okay? But do get an Ifa reading to find out, because sometimes you are totally different tribe.
Mm-hmm. And then see, a lot of times, like I said in the past, what sometimes what they do is if you don't have no connection to Yoruba, they'll just automatically make your head Obatala in the Cuban pantheon. So you just gotta,
Okay.
um, Cat Williams.
Oh, Cat Williams, Cat Williams, Cat Williams. Oh, Cat Williams, that brother is very, very spiritual too. Cat Williams, I could see him sitting down doing tarot cards. I don't know why I get the kind of energy from Cat Williams like Angela Bassett from the Coven. You know what I mean? I don't know. I get that type of energy from Cat Williams, but at the end of the day, Cat Williams is another one. These brothers, actually, I see three of the brothers, Lamar Rucker, Cat Williams, Eddie Griffin, all of them. I see them cosmically though. I feel like they come from other planets.
Mm-hmm.
For those who know what I mean, I feel like they come from other planets. They're more cosmic spiritual as well. I feel like they have a very high spiritual, energy on that's beyond this earth as well. Right? You know how we
Yeah.
always say we come from Saturn? Well, I'm just
Yeah.
seeing this with these three brothers right here. I just kept seeing, and Erica Badu too. She got a cosmic energy that is higher than just the physical realm here. So those four people right there have very, very strong. You understand? Queen Latifah, yeah, Queen Latifah, she's another one. She's another one. Queen Latifah should be at that shrine too. She got a very powerful Ashe energy in Inyama too. So yeah, Queen Latifah is one of them. But that wasn't on the list. That doesn't mean if they're not on this list doesn't mean that they don't have a calling. As we
Cause
get the messages,
it's a
we'll
lot
give
of
it.
people that we know have callings that we didn't mention.
Right, that we didn't mention. So there's still more.
We just did 15 of them.
Right. We're just doing a few select, and they need to answer they better answer their ancestors. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think we got everybody. I think we might be missing one. Um, but I think that's it. I think that's everybody. Let me see. We might have one more up here. But yeah, and this is like very serious. Like especially the celebrities that are in that field. When they get into this, they may have a better understanding of how their life went and why their life went. This is something that I'm really glad I got initiated. I'm really glad that I know um, about my ancestors. I'm glad that my ancestors walk with me. I'm glad they communicate with me. I'm glad that I know things and they show me things and give me visions of things and I just like my wife said, I really wouldn't trade this. Not I wouldn't trade this for nothing in the world. This is a lot of people think that a lot of people that can see things when they happen. I mean, excuse me, before they happen. A lot of people they they aren't able to deal with that energy because that they don't know they haven't been taught the proper way to deal with it, and that's the problem with growing up here in America and being disconnected from your African lineage. So we got to really get back to where we come from and practicing it because everybody in the world is practicing our culture and telling you to stay over there in Christianity while they're
How about the store today?
doing rituals on you, huh?
The store when we went into the crystal store today.
Oh yeah, yeah. And, like we went into the a crystal store today, and we know the owner. He's a nice guy. We know the owner and his wife, and they're from the guys
The
from
items from
Ireland.
Ireland. Hmm.
The husband is from Ireland, and the lady is his wife. I think she may be from here,
Hmm.
but all the black people in there were into the crystals and into all
The weekend.
the Wiccan stuff, and then they I asked them, I told the guys like a lot of African American deal with the Wiccan stuff because they don't have an understanding for the African traditions. And he said, yeah, they tell me. He said a lot of black people, that black customers tell them that they're scared.
They're scared of going back to African
No, they're
tradition.
scared to deal with the African traditions like the Ifa and stuff like that.
I don't think that's true.
So
I don't think that's true because when I was sitting there today, because y'all know me, I see all these black faces up in there, right?
hmm
Knowing goddamn well, I ain't
well,
trying to be.
they tell him that.
Well, I don't believe that. I don't believe that so much to be true. I feel like that they're not afraid of it. I feel like they don't know, and when they don't know which way to go. Now, why would you say you're afraid of African traditions when that's part of your lineage? I think what it is that a lot of Africans in America are waking up, and I'm seeing pretty much they're going towards the witchcraft and towards the crystal way because they don't know. Now, it's funny because I'm talking to the women. You know me. I'm sitting there. Oh no, I got to tell you how to do them crystals. I'm gonna tell you the African way to do it, right? One of the girls said, "Oh wow, that's interesting." Oh, she was happy. And then when I turned around and gave him, because we got cards in his store.
Yeah.
When I gave him the cards, the girl looked at, "Oh, I've been looking for African traditional healers," which says to me, they're not gonna take away their business because they're afraid that we might take their business.
hmm
But too goddamn bad. Because if I see my African women in the store and if I can teach them about their African traditions, that's what I'm going to do. So when I told the sisters, I said, well, this is how you do it. And then his wife going to say, well, you take it and you put it in the moonlight. I said, African people are children of the sun. And when I said that, the sister was like, yes, I know. Oh, my goodness, I've been looking for somebody African. You see what I'm saying? But you telling me that they scared of their African? No. They just didn't have anybody. And see, we used to be there, y'all. But we're going to reopen our store in another spot in town. But now it's like they don't know who else to go, so they're going to go and gravitate towards that until they find out. Because when I gave her the car, she was so excited about when I said African. Oh, we've been looking for some African. So he's not telling the truth.
Well, I ain't sit there and read the man. I just tell you what I talk
Well,
to.
you should have been as long as you was talking to his ass. You should have been reading him. Because at the end of the day, I'm not saying he's lying. I'm saying he's exaggerating the truth. And the truth is a lot of people of color or Africans in America do want to know about their traditions. But you got to remember, some of them are transforming out of the church. So quite naturally, if you say voodoo or hoodoo, instead of coming at them as we do as being African indigenous traditional healers, I don't like to categorize it
That's
as
what he
traditional
said. He
religion.
said that they're scared of the voodoo. That's what he
Right.
said.
So we're saying that they don't know. And because they don't know that the word voodoo just means spirit, you understand? They're still kind of brainwashed and programmed. That's why I come at them the way that I do. I'm an African indigenous traditional healer. What does that mean? That means I am indigenous to the earth. That means I have the power to manipulate the forces of nature. That means that I use herbs to do things to heal, to help. You understand? That means I use my gifts to help someone that's in need. You see? So, I mean, that's why we are giving the message that we're giving now. Because people need to understand. Because for so long and so many years, our people have been brainwashed under the guise of Bible and biblical information. Now that they're awakening, they're still kind of lost. And that's where we come in to teach them. That's why we got to open another store real soon.
Real soon, real soon, real soon. So, yeah, that's pretty much the list right there. We got about 18 minutes. So, it was-
All right, Ira Day's question now. I would like a question reading. Will my son's father and me be able to work out our custody issue without going to court? Ira Day. Put his name in the chat, Ira Day. But it's just his first name. That's all I need. Will y'all be able to work out a custody battle without going to court? Well, Ira Day, it seems like to me, if I'm wrong, correct me. You're angry at him. You're being a little bit spoiled. I'm gonna say I see you a little bit. You know how us women can be. Oh, this is my child, but I see that you need to humble yourself down just a little bit. If you all calm down and and look at the interest
other child.
of the child. Look at your child's face and know that the child would not want you and your father to be in a situation where y'all fighting over the child. I'm going to say I see that it can work out. Both of you got to put your own,
You do.
your own selfish thoughts aside and think about that child. Okay? Think about the child.
Because women like to make the man pay.
Some women, not all.
A
That's not
lot of
fair.
women. I ain't gonna say all, but a
That's
lot
not
of
fair.
women.
Don't there's
Shit.
no, you can't say a
I
lot of
know a
women.
hundred dudes.
I don't care. That's not a lot of women. Don't do that. That's not right. That's
That's
not
a
right.
lot of people
That's like
that.
when they say all men are deadbeat dads. How about that? Is that fair to say? Not
No,
all men are
but
deadbeat
a lot of
dads.
dudes are deadbeat dads.
No, they're not. Honestly
I'm
speaking,
just saying, like,
I'm gonna say I see at
when I say a
least.
lot, that doesn't mean like that doesn't. I'm not saying 50% of men. I'm saying like it may be just 50, it may be 10% of men, and that may equal to 1 million people. That's still a lot of people.
That's not a lot of men
I'm
though.
just
I
saying
don't think
though.
it's fair. I
Well,
think that it's only fair to
it
say
is
there's a
what it
few
is.
select women out there that just need to stop being goddamn selfish and realize that you didn't have the child by yourself. So do not sit back and say, that's my child. Because if it wasn't for him putting the semen in you, you wouldn't have a child. So be fair. Not only that, think about the child. It's not about you two. It's about the child. And if that child loves his daddy, let him see his daddy. Y'all come to some type of compromise. Do not do that. That's not right.
Well, I tell you what I see in the neighborhood, in the hood, because like if the man wants to be a part of the child's life, some women have the habit of like not letting him see his child. But if he don't want nothing to do with the child, they try to force the child on him. Oh, this motherfucker gonna take care of him today. I'm gonna there drop him off and just leave. So it's like, you know what I mean? So it just,
Okay, she
it
said,
is
I'm
what
not
it
making
is.
him pay. He has his court mandated time already. He's trying to take advantage of this COVID. Okay, well, that's on him. He got to deal with that, right? Do not make it about the child, though. Keep the child out the middle of it. And you know what? He got to deal with that. If he's trying to do whatever, if he don't see his child, you got to let that energy be on him. But don't do what you don't do is don't make him look bad in the eyes of your child, because when the child gets older, it's going to flip back on you. So we're saying that, okay, well, daddy couldn't make it today. Whatever the situation may be, make sure you keep your hands and your mouth clean of making sure you don't tarnish or try to tarnish his image as being a daddy. Whatever he doesn't do as far as a father or a daddy's supposed to go, trust me when I tell you, the ancestors will deal with that. My father, African in America, right? African in America. I say that because my mother's side was African. So we're saying that African in America. My mother used to say, same child that you don't take care of is the same child that will have to give you a glass of water, right? And guess what? She ain't never lied, because I had to take care of my daddy and I was his only daughter, y'all. He ain't have no other kids. My mother said, the same child, right? You don't take, she's going to have to give you a glass of water. And let me tell you this, I had to take care of him through brain surgery, through his situation with his wife, and my father's transition now. But trust me. So what I'm telling you, ladies, is keep your mouth clean. Don't tarnish his character. And my mother never said nothing bad about my father. She just said he had issues. But she never talked bad. She never stopped me from seeing it. She left it up to him.
My mama did. But a lot of stuff she was saying was true
Yeah,
about
well,
my dad.
I mean,
So
I feel like, be honest. But if you're going to be honest, you can keep all the negative stuff out of it. You know what I mean?
mhm.
You maybe, well, your daddy was out there on drugs. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Okay. Am I mad? Is he a bad person? No, he might have had some issues maybe he couldn't deal with, so he was on drugs. So we're saying that, again, our mothers, we are the natural nurturers of this earth. Keep your hands clean, because we also are the first nurturers of the boy child, and we also must take responsibility for how we raise them as well, with or without a daddy. Okay?
Yeah.
My children's father is so horrible person, so yeah. Well, I hope you're not telling them that, Jennifer Rose. I really hope you're not telling your kids that. It's not fair. It's not right. It's not fair for you to tell your children, oh, your father, terrible man. If he is, let them find out for themselves. Okay? All right, family, we are doing some readings now. Ira Day, I see again, if you all consider the child, I see that it'll work out without the court system. Okay? To answer your question. Any questions from YouTube? Hi, Deborah. Hi, Ozzy, Brian. Hi, not Jennifer. We just had, who else? Just Angelo. All right. Any more questions, family?
We got MH Sonya Brooks, peace and blessings, family. Kim Collins, Aset Ramesses, Alan Johnson, peace and blessings. Um, Dr. Dre and Candy Rain, peace and blessings. Candy Rain, peace and blessings. Sister Nikki and Brother Adinkra.
Hey, Candy Rain. Hi, my little sister.
We got Stone Vocals and Sheila Brown on here.
All right, we got Sean A. Tilden that says, I keep seeing a white light out of my right eye. What do you think it means? Sean A., that means that you are going through your DNA reactivation. I see it all the time. I'll be looking and then a spark of white light will come out. Your DNA is reactivating, and it looks like pretty much you're going through a transformation, your body. Okay, so take heed.
Hmm. I've been I don't know, I've been getting kind of I was getting downloads last night. Like
You
they
was?
was showing me lots of visions of the people and stuff people were doing. Um, they showed me they showed me that the day you was upset about the Facebook name.
What Facebook thing?
That's
Write it in the book.
but anyway,
And if you can't say it on here, why would you say that?
they was showing me they was just showing me the different stuff like that you had talked about to me. We talked about. They showed me what you was talking about, and then they just showed me a lot of things. Like they was showing me like what people were doing, like trying to hide stuff, throwing dirt and hiding their hands. They was showing me like stuff like that. Like they was showing me. They showed me like my enemies, what my enemies is crazy. I was like, cause usually I'll see like bits and like usually I just see them doing stuff, but they
Mhm.
were actually showing people faces. It was kind of it tripped me out.
Mhm.
Sonya Brooks says I've been having deja vu. What does that mean?
Deja vu. It means that you're having deja vu. You're having deja vu. Um, but if you all notice, it's sort of like it's happening more, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we had deja vu, you probably had that vision maybe 10 years ago, and you say, oh, I remember I just had deja vu. I remember I was here at this time, at this day, at this time. Well, what's happening is the deja vu is happening quicker, faster, and it's almost like the realms, the dimensions are coming together.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of you having it 10 years ago, you might have had yesterday, the vision, and then it's going to happen tomorrow. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I have used to have a lot of deja vu. I remember especially when I was younger. When I was real young, when I was younger, I used to have a lot of deja vu. I don't have it as much, but when I was young, like in my from like 10 years old to my early 30s, I used to have a lot of deja vu, a lot of deja vu. I remember one time I had deja vu, and my neighbor, I said, "Oh my God, I just had deja vu," and they was like, and my neighbor, she was over my house, and she was like, "Well, what's gonna happen next?" And I was like, "Your son is finna knock on the door," and it was at night, and I had the blinds closed and everything. And then as
Hmm.
soon as I said it, he knocked on the door, and when I opened the door, everybody in the house laughed. They were like, "Oh my God."
Deborah, you said, why are you having a present in your room? Deborah, what Spirit is showing me, there's an ancestor that's in your room. And I'm picking up that it's a man. It's a tall man. He looks like he may be about 6'2". He has a very short hair, but it's gray, salt and pepper hair. And this man, he's in your room. He watches you. I don't know if it's your father or great grandfather or grandfather, but this man is in your room. He watches you, and it's sort of like he's worried about you. Deborah, you've been having some health problems going on in your body? Are you having any health problems, Deborah?
Candy Rain says, "I feel like deja vu is us catching up with our higher selves." A lot of people say that, Candy Rain, but what I come to realize is I feel more like well, this is just what spirit showed me is it they were trying to relate to me that I was spiritual and that I could see things before they happened and I wasn't recognizing it for what it was. Cause I used to have I used to daydream a lot too. Where I'd be sitting and I go into trance and I see stuff that's gonna happen prior to it happening. So that I guess maybe people have different understandings of that, but like a lot of people say that.
Deborah. Okay. All right. So this, whoever this is, I don't know if it's your dad. Is it your dad? Because he's watching you. It's sort of, he's worried about you. He's protecting you. Okay. Um. All right, Deborah. So you had uterus cancer. Okay. All right. So you conquered it, right? Okay. I want to welcome Lonnie to the live as well. Thank you for joining us, MC Hernandez. Okay. Now, this president is worried about you. Have you recently just got rid of the cancer? Because I feel like this presence, this spirit, which is your father or grandfather. Tell me, is this a father? Is your father still alive? Because I'm picking up very strong as somebody is paternal. Okay, so it may be a grandfather. Maybe a grandfather. Okay. Um. Well, Deborah, if you hope so, no, you got to know so. We don't do hope in here. We don't use spell
Just say
words.
yes.
Okay. Your father's still alive, so then it has to be a grandfather. It's a man that I see that's standing over you.
She said no, he's not alive.
Okay, so your father's not alive. Okay, so then it's your daddy that's standing over you. Now, what I see is that you're gonna have to really change your lifestyle. I'm seeing that the ancestors want you to um, do some extra things, and I want you to call me off air. I don't really want to talk about it on air, Deborah. So maybe tomorrow you can hit me up on the 909 number, and we'll talk about, um, what ancestors sharing as far as your medical goes. Okay. All right. Anything from YouTube?
Nah, China Holt says hi, Nikki.
Hi, China Ho. How are you? I know all is well. And like I said, I don't use spell words, family. Okay, Jaleesa says, do you see me and Ken moving into a house this year? Well, Jaleesa and Ken move into a house? Will they 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 move into a Jaleesa, Spirit gave me a big giant yes. But it's going to be between September and November. So yes, you will be moving into a house this year. I see I'll tell you like this. I see it looks like it's a 3-bedroom house. It looks like it's a like maybe a beige or tan color. Nice little house. Okay. Um, it looks like it's more updated, more modern. Okay. Yeah, y'all gonna be moving. It's a very nice house. Um, it's a light yellow, maybe tan with brown shading on it, like brown, like a darker brown shading. Very nice kitchen, cherry wood cabinets. Um, it looks like I see an oval, way. You know how that instead of square in the living room going into the living room into the dining room. It's a nice house. Yeah, you'll be in that house. You'll be moving in that house between September and November. Okay? Okay, so the lease is up the end of September. Okay, cool. All right. All right. Peace, Latrell Givens, and know all is well. Okay, do you see me leaving the country again? Ceci D'Angelo, you always going somewhere. You're always traveling somewhere. Ceci, do you want to go back to Hawaii? Spirit is showing me you want to go back to Hawaii. You really like Hawaii. I don't know why Spirit keeps showing me you going back to Hawaii. Okay, let's see. Okay, my sister Ola Sunde says, "What do you see for me, Iya?" Ola Sunde, are you going back? Do you plan on going back to Africa this summer? Why Spirit keeps showing me you going back to Africa? Okay. All right. Oh, Sunday. Okay, Ceci said yes. You with husband? Oh, you got married? Oh, you said you got married. Congratulations, Ceci. Okay, so you want to go back to Hawaii? So Spirit keeps telling me you going back to Hawaii. Okay. Spirit is showing me preferably at the end of the year and the beginning of the year. Now, with my sister Ola Sunday, I'm saying you going back to Africa. I don't know if you need to, if you're going to be doing some more training or something like that. But there's something else a spirit wants you to do with your yoni stuff, and please shout it out because everybody, Sister Olasunde, she does the yoni stuff. She got some really good stuff I got from her. She does the yoni tea. You could put it in the chat. Give them your website, Olasunde. But there's something they want you to do. I don't know if they're going to be upgrading you with something, some herbs that you're going to get from Africa. That's really going to enhance what you're already doing. I see that for you. So it's taking it to the next level. And I see you teaching masses of women about the yoni. You got a lot now, but I'm talking about major, major. Okay, I just see it going to the next level.
Sonya Brooks says, will she get her alimony?
Sonia Brooks, what does your brother think? Well, will Sonia Brooks get her alimony? Will she get her alimony? Oh boy, what's so funny?
Why you so well, never mind. That's a dumb question. Um, will she get her alimony? How long? How long she been waiting? How long you been waiting, Sonya Brooks?
Spirit has shown me that there's blocks in Sonia Brooks' way.
Yeah,
She's got to get her open away. She got to
cause
clean.
I'm saying no. That's why I asked how long she
Right,
been
yeah,
waiting.
because it seems like I'm gonna tell you this, Sonia Brooks. It seems like your ex-husband is not working as much as he used to. There's something going on with his mind, and he's not making as much money as he used to. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, Sonia Brooks. So it's like, and not only that, it's blocks. There's blocks. You gotta open the way. You need some spiritual baths. Okay, but your ex-husband, he's dealing with. You all make sure you check out my sister Olasunde's site for the Yoni Steam. Excellent. Her stuff is the only stuff I use for my Yoni steams. And that's I'm gonna say that's her gift. You know what I mean? Whatever ancestors gave her to do, whatever it does, it helps. Deborah, as a matter of fact, it's not a coincidence that you're in here. Um, Click on her site because with you having urine cancer, you might want to consider that. So you might want to get some of that from her, okay? You might want to get some of that from her, Deborah. Click on her site. Um, Olasunda says Modupe. Okay? You're welcome. You're welcome, sis. Will I get my okay? What's my health looking like? China Halt, China Halt, China Halt, China Halt, China Halt. Yes, still the China Halt. What? Okay, you understand the process? Yeah, I see. I see. He's kind of trying to get out of that. I don't know if he's having some health problems or something going on with that man. Okay, something's going on with him. Um, China Halt, blood pressure. Why am I seeing a fluctuation in your blood pressure? Blood pressure. Your blood pressure is back and forth, up and down. Okay. Also, China Halt, you need to go get your womb check. I keep seeing fibroids. Okay. All right.
We at 107.
Okay. We'll give y'all 10 more minutes on here. Actually, it's been over because it's been over an hour now.
Yeah.
109. Okay. Let me go back. Hold on. Let me go back to the questions.
You getting a lot over there?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't getting hardly none over here. We are still in the process.
Okay. Lonnie says, this is what you do. Does anything come up for me? Lonnie, you're, Lonnie, you need to check your health too. I don't know if you had some stuff going on with your health, but I keep seeing, you got cholesterol? Blood pressure? I keep seeing a fluctuation in yours, and I keep seeing blood pressure, but also you're dealing with some inflammation problems, Lonnie. Something going on with your body. I see a lot of inflammation in your body. Okay? There's some inflammation. You need to do that's another thing, Deborah. I wanted to tell you, do a cleanse. You need to do a 1-day water fast and reset your body, specifically alkaline water. You need to do that, okay? And with you, Lonnie, with you, inflammation, I keep seeing inflammation. I'm not sure if you've been having problems. A spirit keeps showing me your knees and your elbows. So I'm not sure if you're dealing with that, if you're having some type of pain, but I see inflammation. You need cleans out. You need to do a water fast too. Now with you, Deborah, pretty much with your health, spirit is saying do a 3-day water fast. Alkaline water, straight alkaline. Isaiah Joseph, you don't know if you get paid today. Come on now. Will I get paid today? Isaiah Joseph,
It's 1 o'clock.
you going to get your money. You're going to get it within 3 days. Within 3 days. That means today, tomorrow, or the third day. But you will get your money within 3 days. Okay? All right, family. All right. So, hey, Mocha Brown.
Sonya Brooks says, "Thank y'all. I'll contact you soon so I can figure out what to do because I'm not trying to keep dragging it out."
Sonya Brooks, we'll hit you up this before the week is out. We have your stuff ready for you, okay? So we'll hit you up before the week is out. Um, Also, two family, the Sirius XX. Hold on, y'all.
What?
Oh, it's over there.
What you looking for?
I wanted to. The Sirius XX is ready. Go on the website. We're gonna actually load it on the website tomorrow, but the Sirius XX and the Sirius X is ready. Okay. Remember, we told y'all with this C19, which I call it, second wave is coming around. Don't say we didn't tell you so. Get ready to get your Sirius XS and your Sirius X. Okay. But it's ready.
Evelyn Lena Alina says, "Peace and blessings. I want to study herbs and cure ailments. Is that the right thing for me?"
Eliana. Is she supposed to be studying herbs? Evelyn, you are supposed to be studying herbs. Yes, that is a calling for you. That is it's sort of like the plants and the plants are calling you. Yes, they're
Yeah,
calling
I
you.
had got a big yes.
Okay.
Alan Johnson, will my family get justice with all royalties? Where you at, Alan Johnson?
You just want to know he's in Texas, don't you? That's why you asked him.
No, because
Yeah,
only reason
Johnson.
I'm asking because I know what the oil companies do. Because with the fracking they able to steal oil off of your land, so that's why I'm asking him where is he at.
You're welcome, Lonnie. Okay, Mocha Brown. I asked a question, but I think y'all skipped it. Ask it again, Mocha, because they're not. Facebook is not giving us all the questions. I'm scrolling back up, but they're not showing me all the questions. Y'all know I have to reset the phone to go back. So put it in again, Mocha Brown, so I can answer your. Okay.
Thank you. She just wanted to confirm it. Thank you for the $10 donation, Evelyn
Evelyn,
Elena.
thank you.
Appreciate it. We appreciate all. Okay, he says, I have family. I have family has land in Arkansas. Okay,
You're
Arkansas.
welcome, Deborah.
Huh.
Uh, you want me to
What
be
you?
honest with you?
I'm saying no. So what you see?
I'm seeing it's going to be a battle. I'm seeing there's some
My,
fraud with that land. I'm seeing there's some paperwork. It's going to be a battle. I'm going to say, I'm not going to necessarily say no, but I'm going to say it's going to be a tough one. But eventually the outcome will be good because you will get what you deserve. Your family will get what they deserve.
is-
But I'm going to say within the next 5 years, which means again within this year or within the second year, but within 5 years, you will get the royalties for your land.
you might want to do some spiritual work too to remove all them blocks too from there.
Oh, that's true too, Alan Johnson. You might want to do
Because
some spiritual work.
you talking about getting justice. I don't know. So what they do, go on your land and steal royalty or something? I mean steal the oil and stuff off your land? I just want to know. I just because I know they do that a lot. Um,
Mocha Brown, we're waiting for your question. I didn't get it yet. Thank you, Talib. Thank you so much.
Candy Rain says I'm back.
It's always a blessing to be a blessing, and we like to give back. Would I be in
Okay, for
my
the
own
last
home
couple
or
of
have
years.
my own land soon?
Yeah,
What you see with Mocha
you
Brown?
oh shit, I was talking yeah, what the oil company have a lot of money, so they doing stuff like they can drag it out. Okay. What's her question? What she get or
Would
what?
I be in my own house and have my own land soon? Mocha Brown, you're a go getter. You're a go getter. I love your energy. You do. However, there are some obstacles that around you that you need to cleanse, and it's
Mm-hmm.
not bad. It's just a lot of spiritual cleansing that needs to take place so you can open the way for all of that energy to come in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Right. I,
because I see right now that there's and it could be something as simple as clearing your credit. Okay, you know what it is.
but I see everything. What I'm seeing is like it's physically she'll have everything in place, but like you said, it's the energy around her that needs to be cleansed for cleansed. Like
It's
you
not
saying.
well. I'm just saying it's like it's not just necessarily the energy around her. It's everything. Like, all right, if you got to work on your credit, start working on your credit now, because what you want to do is you want to clear the path. You want to open the way for those energies. For those blessings to come in. And this comes from years and years of energy that you just need to clean off of you, because ancestors have blessings. Okay, but I'm not even just talking about physical, mental. Cleanse your mentality, cleanse your physical surroundings, cleanse your physical self. There's a lot of cleaning that needs to be taking place. Once that's done, then the road will open up. I just see open road for you. Okay, and eventually you by next summer, I will see you doing some things in reference to obtaining land and having your own house. Okay.
Um, Chosen one. What? Just ask the question that you have to ask. She says, "I'm having family issues and it's very stressful. Need advice, parents and siblings."
Can't chosen one, I'm gonna say this. When it's all said and done, go to your ancestors.
Mm-hmm.
Go outside, find a tree, and plead with your ancestors, okay? Ancestors, I can't deal with it. Ancestors, heal my family, okay? Bring them together in peace, love, and harmony, okay? You want to go to your ancestors because sometimes we try to take on things and it becomes stressful. But when it's too much for me, I'm going to my shrine. I'm going to my ancestors' shrine. The ancestors, I can't deal with it. You deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
You see? And I do not play when it comes to my ancestors. Okay?
Alan Johnson said they stole royalties from them. See, I figured that because they've been doing that shit for years, especially to us,
Yeah.
especially to us. You-
But they're doing, as I always say, they're doing will be their very own undoing. So right now, we're also seeing the karma, and we're seeing all of that unwinding for anybody who has done unrighteousness over the years are dealing getting their karma now. So if you stole land, you better be prepared to get it taken back from you
Mhm.
because it wasn't right. All right. So Jennifer, you will feel better. You have to take yourself 3 times a day. Okay, 3 times a day.
Oh, Candy Rain has a question. Should I invest in this 4X real estate training called Wealth Builders? I've been thinking of trying to help make more money for a down payment for a home.
Candy Ray, no. Spiritual, give me a big no. You're not gonna get the return like you want to. Don't invest in that. Nope. Spirit said no. You're welcome, Mocha. Mia, do you see me getting my stimulus check coming? A lot of people have not received it yet. Mia, within the next 2 weeks, you will get your stimulus check, okay? Yep. You'll get it, Mia. It's coming. It's coming. All right, family. So we don't have any questions. Remember what I said, chosen one. Go outside. Go plead with your ancestors. Go and plead with them. Ancestors, I'm calling on the spirit of my ancestors. I'm
I'm gonna
calling
try to
on you.
find
Go through
that.
your maternal
Okay.
side. In Africa, we put guinea pepper under the tongue. We call through the maternal side. You call through your maternal side, and you talk to them, plead with them, give them offerings at the tree. There's many different offerings you give: palm wine, water, so whatever, coffee, whatever. And you go and you talk to your ancestors and you plead with them
And we
to
sell
help
get
you.
we sell guinea pepper, by the way.
Yeah, we sell guinea pepper if you want some. But and you go outside barefooted. with no shoes on. Go to a tree barefooted because you want to connect with the earth. When you do the guinea pepper, you want that energy to go through your feet, through the earth, and then you call on your ancestors. You call them maternal side. So when you call on your ancestors, you want to say, I'm calling through my mother, okay? Just say if your mother's name was Barbara, I'm calling up through my mother, Barbara, and I'm calling on the spirit of the ancestors, and then you talk to your ancestors to bring peace, love, and harmony back to your family. Don't let it stress you out. Put it in the hands of the ancestors, and when you do that, they will answer your call and they will handle your family. And then you don't do nothing else. Don't get involved with anything. Don't be the middle person between them. Shut it down. Let the ancestors deal with them. I promise you, the ancestors ain't never failed us. You will get your answer and they will handle your family.
All right, we got one more question.
Well, you answer it. How about you answer some
Jane
questions?
of all trades says the celebrities that are indicted for child trafficking, is that true?
Shoo.
Spirit said
Yes, yes, and
Spirit is
yes.
saying that they all got ties to that shit. That's what I was gonna say. Spirit is saying they all got ties to it. Now some of them they don't know how far it goes, but a lot of this shit is true. Now
And
what?
there's more that's getting ready to be
Yeah.
exposed.
Now I don't. Now will they go to? I'll go to jail. I don't know because I'm seeing some deals are gonna be worked out.
Mia says, thank you, I'll be rich. Mia, shit. Mia, $1,200 ain't rich, goddammit. But you don't ever want to be rich monetarily. You want to be rich spiritually, okay? Because let me tell you something. Nature provides everything you need to sustain life. If this situation with COVID-19 didn't show you something, I don't know what to tell you. Because when it's all said and done, you're going to have to resort back to nature. And when it's all said and done, you want to be rich in spirit. In spirit. Because when a tsunami or something like this happens again and you go to the store and all the foods are off the shelf, you're going to go right back to nature. You're going to grow your own food. You're going to find where you can get some water at. You're going to do everything you need to do. And you're going to find the means through nature. Okay? So don't let the material things get you caught up.
Jana Altrey says, "Wow, I heard Oprah and Obama. Yeah, they told Obama don't leave the country. They called him and told him that it was in the paperwork
That's
allegedly.
right. Mia says when you ask something good of your ancestors, it's always amazing how it comes to you. That's right. Like I said, my ancestors ain't never failed me out. I love my ancestors. I love I mean, even down, and it's not even a monetary thing. You know, I could be in the kitchen cooking, and I'll say, Ma, how you make this dish again? Ma, tell me. And all of a sudden, it'll taste exactly like the way my mother makes it, right? So I'll be forgetting, and I'll say, Ma, and then it's crazy, y'all. It's sort of like she jumps in my body, which I am my ancestor. My ancestor's me, my mother, and she'll like guide the whole thing, and I'll remember little bits and pieces. Oh, okay, 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 right? And then all of a sudden I'll taste it, like it tastes just like my mother's dish. You know what I mean? So yeah, ancestors, I just love them.
Candy Rain says Hollywood is a big, sick, and sadistic illusion. They all need to be taken down for messing with them children. I agree,
Just
one
wait till the
hundred percent.
earthquake breaks the sign in half.
And also, but y'all gotta realize, family, that means this government is sick too because our government controls Hollywood. They control the CIA, control all of that. They control Hollywood and they control the books and the information that's
How you
allowed to
know? Who
come out.
told you that?
I know they do. They behind a lot of this stuff. I used to buy books. I used to buy books like that talked about exposing the government, and then these books will have some of them will be changed. Like when they first come out, they don't. They don't. What they do is they buy the publishing. Let me correct that. They'll buy the publishing company that's putting out this book, and then they'll change stuff in the book because they have a contract with that. Like people may have a contract with the people that's publishing the book. That's how that works.
Well, the sign will crack in half and fall because of all the unrighteous, uh, ratchet, inhumane energy that has been done to these children. I just can't wait. I want to sit back and watch. I feel like I'm gonna be a big giant. You know what I mean? Looking over them, laughing like you should have never messed with my babies. You understand? You shouldn't never mess with the children. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, there's more that will be exposed. We do know. But it's the energy that, you know what, they're going to be dealt with, and they're being dealt with the cosmic beings as well as the ancient and the ancient ancestors and the present day ancestors. So we're saying that, family, we are going to get off of here. We want to thank you for tuning into the Spiritual Vault. I am Wunam, a.k.a. Nikki Love, your African indigenous traditional healer.
And I'm Brother Adinkra, your African indigenous traditional healer.
Why are you laughing? Why are you
Nah.
laughing? All
Thank
right,
y'all
so
family for tuning in. Share our show.
what you want to hear?
Let them know.
What you
Let
want to
them know
hear?
what we be doing. Let them know what we read and all of that. So send some people here. We're gonna have another contest coming up for y'all. We don't know what we're gonna do yet, but we got another one coming up soon.
Yeah, another contest come up. The Series XX and the Series X is ready. If y'all want to order, you can go on the website. Also, too, we put up a video for the tribal Wunam. We're getting ready to put up another one for my birthday last night and the prank that we did on the kids, y'all. So y'all check that out on YouTube if you're on YouTube, okay?
We gotta get another prank for Tiana.
Yeah,
I've
we
been
did a
pranking
prank on the
my
kids.
grandbaby, man. I've been getting her good, but I couldn't get her reaction on camera. It was funny.
And then we got my grandson who answered every question right that said he was a seer, or for some who know as a psychic, right? So we're going to put that up between today and tomorrow. Y'all check it
Jada
out.
All Trey say
The tribe of
play
Wunam.
the African. I love Africa song.
Mama Africa. That's what you want to hear. Mama Africa. Okay.
We got another. For those of y'all who don't know, we have another YouTube channel called Wunam and Adinkra.
Where we do our Chevy Chronicles,
Yeah,
okay?
we starting to put everything on there. We're gonna separate that, so y'all go look out for that. I'm gonna probably go to the community page. I'm gonna put it in there so y'all can see the new channel. Turn it up.
Everybody loves Africa. Come with me to
We're gonna
Africa.
start banging on the door.
Everybody loves Africa. Come with me to Africa. Everybody loves Africa. Yeah, 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 yeah. A
Open the door.
land so rich in
How the
resources.
hell he open the door?
A land. No, just wait. Know that you'll be free. Close the door. Close the door.
Shut
A
the,
land.
shut the door.
When you step on the soil, you can actually touch the sun. Come with me to Africa. Everybody loves Africa. Come with me to Africa. Everybody loves Africa. Come with me to Africa. Everybody loves Africa. You ready?
Peace and blessings. Share the show, family. Don't forget to give us the thumbs up. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button.
Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. Everybody loves Africa. Come with me to Africa. Everybody loves Africa. Come with me to Africa.
Brain says she know you got some new music over there you sitting on when you gonna debut it.
Yes, Lady Rain. I do. I'm have to launch it after all of this is over. Mama Africa, Mama Africa.
Thank everybody that came on the show tonight. Thank you for those who donated. We take all donations, $2, $3, $1, whatever y'all want to give, we take it. Oh, y'all on here? Why y'all didn't give her? Why y'all didn't give her? Y'all should have gave her a birthday donation, $1 for each year.